ESPN right now is thinking to themselves, man, we should have never brought WWE into this channel in our network here because Wrestlepalooza sucked. You want to find out why? Stick around. Let's get into it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We drop wrestling content for your viewing pleasure all of the time. Today, we're going to talk about why ESPN is highly regretting bringing WWE into their network based on the first PLE that they've produced for them. So let's break it down match by match and get into it. The first match is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. It was absolutely terrible. I just don't know what the thought process was to have Cena destroyed like that when you have 5 dates left in his retirement tour. The whole retirement tour, I feel it's been booked kind of wonky in regards to his appearances. He's had good matches, but now you've limited yourself to 5 appearances left, and you ended his match with Brock Lesnar from him just getting destroyed. How do you build up to the rematch, especially if there is a rematch? I don't know if there will be a rematch or not, but all signs point that way. John Cena deserves so much more in this retirement tour. Being squashed by Brock Lesnar with 5 dates left should have never happened. This is to pay homage and a farewell to John Cena. And I don't. Do you think it's because Brock Lesnar is going to give you more views on ESPN because he was in the UFC and all that? I don't know. But this was a terrible way to handle John Cena's retirement tour match with Brock Lesnar. The match itself I can't break down because it was just 7 F5s and 3 AAs and some German suplexes. So not a lot to talk about. The only highlight was Paul Heyman introducing Brock Lesnar, so we'll see what happens with that moving forward if Brock Lesnar is back with Paul Heyman, but overall the match was nothing. You could skip it. The second match is the Usos versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I don't know why LA Knight had to be in this match. I'm not sure why, aside from making it like a hardcore match, right? Because the reason being he has beef with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. He hates them. He wants his hands on them. He wants to destroy them. But now he's got this tension with Jey Uso, and he's cool with Jimmy Uso. The whole complexity of this is just weird, because LA Knight can't call the match down the middle if he hates one side and he's got beef with one side. It was weird. The match never seemed to get out of second gear. I mean, Jey Uso got bloodied up very bad. The chair ricocheted off Braun Breaker to his head, and he, in the words of JR, was bleeding like a stuffed pig out there. But the match was fine. I mean, it just wasn't like you could see that match on Raw. It could have been a main event of any of the Raws featuring the Usos and LA Knight and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and any variety of that. Those 5 people fighting each other, but it definitely wasn't worthy of this. Triple H says there's going to be these big surprises and huge moments that you're never going to see, and it's absolutely going to blow your mind. And that was a Raw match. So far we have a complete squash that had no business being a complete squash, and we have a Raw match. So let's keep going through the matches and see where these big surprises are that Triple H was promising. Look, we need to talk about Stephanie Vaquer versus IYO SKY for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know why I did that with my glasses. I thought it looked cool. But anyway, the match was immaculate. It was awesome. Nothing to complain about. All the spots they hit were just picture perfect. Stephanie Vaquer winning is no surprise. I mean, IYO SKY's got her plate full with Rhea and the Kabuki Warriors and all the stuff going on there. Stephanie Vaquer is also this fresh slate of all these feuds you've never seen before can happen now. Obviously, going into Crown Jewel, she'll be facing, I'm going to assume Tiffany Stratton's going to retain on SmackDown, but it's going to be that. And then War Games, we'll see if she's in a War Games match or if she's not in a War Games match, but you have a while to like really get this right. Don't do the IYO SKY treatment and give her the title, and then you have no feuds or anything lined up for her for months. So let's get it right this time. You already have her next match is available. It's right there, the Crown Jewel Championship. War Games, we'll see what happens there. And then let's get her some TV time and get her some feuds that are worthy of her time. And I'm excited to see all of them. I mean, you have Liv Morgan coming back. You have Rhea Ripley there. You have Asuka, who's dominating as a heel. All these are fresh feuds that Stephanie can feed on all the way to Mania. But yeah, it was just a great match. I loved every second of it. It top 3 women's matches of the entire year. Might be top 5 match of the year too, for sure. So this was a good highlight, but still, where are the surprises that Triple H was promising? I'm sure they're going to save it for the main event. We're going to get there. So AJ Lee and AJ's husband versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I know it's CM Punk, but he wore AJ's husband on his jacket, so we'll call him AJ's husband. The match was, for me, entertaining. There were some really good spots in the ring. You had the Shining Wizard spot, the sliced bread spot. The Black Widow on Seth Rollins was cool. Seth Rollins skipping around like he's AJ Lee. There was a lot of moments that made it entertaining, right? But it wasn't like overly crazy. Like in my head, you have CM Punk and Seth Rollins who absolutely hate each other already, but you need more fuel to that fire to keep going. If you want CM Punk's like redemption story to him beating Rollins maybe at WrestleMania, what would have added more fuel to this match and to the feud? I would have pulled the trigger and had Seth Rollins stomp AJ Lee. I think that would have sent Punk into another stratosphere of pissed off, and that would have added so much to the feud. Or even having CM Punk get a little bit of comeuppance in GTS Becky Lynch. Either way, both would have really added something to this, but I understand why WWE wouldn't go that route. Either way, the match was good. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is a must-see match. But AJ Lee obviously shaking some of that ring rust off still, but she was fine and she'll get better. And we'll see. Maybe this leads to her chasing the IC title now. But I mean, again, we're waiting for the surprises that Triple H promised. They've got to be in the main event. Obviously, Randy Orton's coming back. So here's the main event: Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. And this is where the surprise happens. WWE promised it, and it happened. They let us down. Nothing really outstandingly special about this match. I mean, it was any other PLE match that Cody Rhodes could have just had to defend his title and move on. Honestly, if they wanted to shock everyone, Drew McIntyre should have won the title. That would have made everyone's mind blow and be like, oh my God, they really mean business. They're shaking things up. That would have been awesome. Even having Randy Orton come out and costing Cody Rhodes the title by accident would have added a whole nother layer, get all 3 of them in this feud together, and something fresh. Drew McIntyre beating Cody Rhodes would have been a huge moment for their first PLE and ESPN. Did not happen. So, again, the match was not boring. It was very good, but it's not like, I think our expectations were too high from what Triple H was trying to promise us, and then we just got let down. I mean, there were some cool spots. I'm not gonna lie. Even with the flipping Cody onto the outside steps, that was crazy. But it just wasn't like spectacular, right? So overall, I'm gonna give the event, I would give it a C minus. I mean, the only real good match you need to really go out of your way to see is the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match. If you want to see AJ Lee's return, like, definitely check that out. It's an entertaining match, not like a classic in the ring, but a lot of things happened that made it really cool to see and entertainment wise. But the tag team match sucked. The Lesnar and Cena match was atrocious. I do not recommend going out of your way to see it. And Cody and Drew did their thing, right? I could say it's fair. They did their thing. It was a good match, but it wasn't like, this is Wrestlepalooza, right? Stupid name, but, and I think ESPN is regretting it. They have reviewed the event as a C. Someone in their department made a article and they rated it a C and said it was a letdown. And I am sure that ESPN is regretting, okay, we're bringing them in, PLEs on our channel. Oh, it's a letdown. It's a C. It's nothing good, right? It didn't make me say, hey, I want to go buy this subscription for $30. I got to pay $20 more to get the same product with more ad placements. I mean, the ring looked like a UFC ring for a while. I mean, Papa John's and Walmart and Boost Mobile. I don't know what was in there. There's like 12 or 13 logos in there. So I don't know. Hopefully this changes. Triple H's mindset moving forward as far as booking, because he is terrible at booking. I'm sorry, he is terrible. You can't change my mind. But maybe this will give him a kick in the butt that, like, hey, you're not good. It's a C. ESPN itself rated it a C. If you want people to watch this product, it's gotta be better. So we'll see what the future holds, but this was not a good introduction to WWE. If people are watching this for the first time, they're not gonna come back. That's for sure. Overall, if you liked my opinions, drop it in the comments below. If you think I'm a psychopath and that everything I said is wrong, drop it in the comments below. Make sure you check out the video. I'm gonna link it here at the end, but we did a round table, me and 3 of the best podcasters in the wrestling community, broke down the current state of WWE. We rated it, talked about storylines, championships. Go check that out. It was an awesome video. Make sure you subscribe. We appreciate the support. We're almost at 1 million views, so I appreciate all your support, and we will see you on the next one.